Hello everybody, it's Mirialda here once again, and welcome back to Tamamo. Yes, we got another Tamamo, finally, woohoo, yay! And for comparison's sake, we do have Casual Tamamo. This has been my biggest figure of her. Well, maybe Lancer's up there too, but this one's bigger. Tamamo is part of my August of 2018 haul. She is Tamamo no Mai, aka Tamamo, aka the Foxy Waifu, aka the Scroll Girl. She is wearing her shocking school uniform. This Tamamo is from PHAT Extella. She is a 1/6 scale figure. Yes, 1/6, woohoo. And she is manufactured by PHAT Company. I ordered this Tamamo on October 12th of 2017, so it's been almost a year. She came out on August 27th of 2018, and at Ami brand new for her, I paid 13,230 yen, or $122.96. So she's a little on the pricey side. I'm going to try this without the extra light because I don't want to turn her yellow, but it is kind of cloudy outside, and it is almost, fall, so it's getting dark early. But yes, so we've got Tamamo from the front. She's got like the green plaid box colors and everything. You got Tamamo, and her tail is over here. Here she is from the side, Tamamo and her tail. Here she is from the back, showing her at a slight angle. And there she is from the other side. There is the top of her box. Pretty simple. And then the bottom just has a couple of warnings on it and the UPC code. So yay, Tamamo. And as I said, Tamamo. This is my favorite figure of all my collection, so we'll see how she stacks up. Let's get this box open. So there's, again, 3 seals, which is pretty typical. They either have 3 or none. Sometimes they have 1, but it's usually 3 or none. So that's all cut open and then opened up pretty easily. Pull her out. There is some paper, which I'm assuming will be instructions. Yes, we have instructions, and we have do not throw this figure warnings. Inside of the box, it says PHAT Extella. It's kind of pinkish. Again, kind of the plaid pattern. So we'll put this off to the side, and we'll put her up here like this. And as we see, her skirt is removable, and her tail is a separate piece. And she looks quite good. I've seen some pictures of her because I had to wait so long to get her. But yes, there is Tamamo in her blister packaging, so there is the front of her. There she is from the side. And from the back. Ooh. And then from the other side. So Tamamo does have some translucent hair, which typically doesn't look the greatest on figures, but we'll see how she turns out. I'm sure since it's Tamamo, I will love it. So we'll cut the tape. Then we'll go over on this side and cut the tape. The blister opens pretty easily this time. And we'll start with the plain, boring, ugly color green base. And it's a square. I mean, green's my favorite color, but this color green, yeah. But it is what it is. Next, we have the pillow. Yes, the pillow that she is sitting on, kneeling on. It's wrapped in some bubble wrap, and then inside it's wrapped in plastic. Put that off to the side. So it is hard plastic. It is not a cushy pillow. It does have tassels on all corners. Pretty kind of detailed. So there's some sculpting and they're kind of making it look like it is tassels. And you can see the indents for her legs and her knees and everything. So she should fit on there quite nicely. And it is much smaller than the base, so you can put it on however you want. You don't even need to use that base. Next, we have the feature of Tamamo, which is one of the main reasons for her fluffiness and her bestness, her tail. And this is a big, giant, fluffy tail that is, again, hard plastic. So there is a seam line running down the side, but it's like kind of on the bottom and kind of on the side too. But it's not super bad or anything. It's kind of like this side, it's fine. It's not on there. So it really depends on how you display her. She does have the orange with some good shading on the top and the fluffy white on the bottom. And then we got plastic there, and we got Tamamo. Yes, and she fell apart. So when you pick her up, be careful. Okay, put this off to the side, and then we shall start deplasticking her. So I have been warned that everything is a pretty dang tight fit on her. And yes, it is a pretty dang tight fit. So we'll just get her all in pieces and then we'll put her back together. I will save some plastic up here because that's a trick I've learned. You just wrap plastic around and it doesn't do paint transfer. So there's some around her shoulders and her neck and going under her hair. So we'll carefully remove that, trying not to catch it on the little pointy bits of her hair. This is a very tight fit. And then there is some plastic around her tie. So there we go. So Tamamo herself comes in basically 4 main pieces. We got her fluffy tail. We got her, we'll start with her little sweater and her schoolgirl skirt. So it is a full skirt, but it is not removable from her jacket or her sweater. So you only see a little tiny bit of the plaid pattern on it right there. But it is her sweater, so sculpted pretty nicely. You got the buttons on the one side, and you got the little indications of holes. They're not actually holes on this side. You got the little ruffle bunchy bit on the bottom. There is a technical term for that, but I don't know what it is. And her sleeves are tied in the front. There is the hole for her body piece to go through. And it is sculpted to fit her body. Set that off to the side. And now we've got her bottom piece. So yes, Tamamo, the important question, the answer is white, obviously. There is the hole for her tail. We do get her spine line partially sculpted, and then on this side we do see bits of her belly button. There she is from the bottom. So yes, she does have some detail down there. You got the little bits peeking out from the side, and then you got the, super glued underwear onto the crotch area. She is wearing some knee-high stockings, and they do have little hearts on the sides. Right on this leg, it is a little rough looking, but it doesn't feel rough on the top of her thigh. So it's decent enough. And then we have the front half of Tamamo. So we got her face. She is kind of looking off to the side. I think you're supposed to display her at a little bit of an angle. She's got a little sneaky smile on her face, some pink eyebrows. She's got a pretty thin neck. She has some major fluff going on in her big giant fox ears. And she has some big giant assets. Yes, some nice cleavage. I always have felt that the schoolgirl version of Tamamo has boobs that are way too big for her body. And I do have to continue with that assumption or that observation. Her boobs, in my opinion, are too big, but they still look pretty good. So when her gray prototype was released, the weld line in the cleavage was absolutely horrible. And then when they released the painted pictures, it was a little bit better, but you could still see it. But now, in the actual product, yeah, her boobs are welded together, but it's not super obvious. It does look pretty good. It looks much better than the pictures and everything. Obviously, with her giant boobs, she has her top few buttons open so that she is showing the cleavage, and she has her tie very loose on her. And it's just hanging off to the side. It does go under her collar. She has her hands, flat on the floor in front of her. They are quite detailed. You can see all the little knuckles and everything. But all the fingers are one piece. They are not individually sculpted fingers. And they do have some paint on the fingernails. It does look a little bit messy, but it's okay. On the back of her, she has a big giant black bow with 2 little heart pins on it, a white one and a red one. And I think that bow looks absolutely adorable and cute, and it fits her perfectly. She does have some big fluffy twin tails coming out of her head. And they just have lots of little tendrils and strands going everywhere, and they're all curvy and wavy and pointy on the end, so don't stab yourself. And as I said, it does fade to a translucentness, so it's more solid painted on the top and then translucent on the bottom. But it doesn't look horrible like can happen so often with so many figures. So, don't know if it'll show up on camera, but she does have even a little bit of blush on her cheeks. So yeah, very cute Tamamo. And you can see at least she does have 3 buttons buttoned. And the 4th one almost buttoned. She does have some poofy shoulder sleeves. And then the little wrist cuffs are up at her elbows. And I just noticed her lips have a little bit of gloss on them too. So that's nice and cute. So I'm not going to display her like this, but you can assemble her like this. It is a very, very tight fit. So I have seen pictures where you can actually squeeze it super tight and, get that gap away, hidden completely. But this is mainly there for the skirt part. So I'm not going to force it on there in this video. If you'd like, you can go to the Discord channel and in the anime figure section. You'll have to scroll up quite a bit because it was a couple days ago. But yeah, there's pictures of her completely assembled like that. And we'll stab her tail into her booty. We'll try to stab her tail into her booty. Very, very tight fit. As you can see, I couldn't get it in all the way, but there is Tamamo without her skirt and without her pillow. But yes, very, very cute. She's kneeling down, just quite cute. Very, very happy with her. And this is a view that, yes, gotta love her from the back with the tail. She would look better if I squeezed tighter and got her completely assembled, but it is what it is. But she is very cute. I am very happy with her. Slightly different angle. We'll lift the camera up a little bit. And I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Yes. Go ahead, set the camera back down. And now we'll go ahead and pull her apart again. See if I can get the tail in a little bit more solidly. Yeah. It is a very, very, very tight fit. So now, let's try to get her skirt on without doing some paint transfer. It's going to be hard because it goes between her knees and everything. So what I'm going to do is this piece of plastic I saved, I'm going to put it over her knees. So when I put the skirt on, maybe it won't transfer some paint. And then we should be able to pull that plastic out without a problem. Actually, let me grab a different piece of plastic. That might be maybe a little bit bigger. Because the skirt is it bumps over her hips. So we'll just do this. Yeah, this will cover everything. So this should help keep the paint from transferring. And now that that's in like that, we should be able to just pull this plastic out. It'll be a tight fit. A very, very tight fit, but it should come out. Keywords being should. It is ripping. So maybe that wasn't the best of ideas. Or maybe it was the best idea. Come on. It's where that it goes between her legs. So maybe if we pull it out from the bottom. Maybe shove it forward a little bit, get it loose. Come on. There we go. Just trying to, keep the paint clean. I'm sure I'll have to take a magic eraser to her. So remember how I said everything was tight? Remember when I pulled her out, she fell apart right away. So when you have her like this, it's actually a fairly unstable connection at the torso. So don't be, swinging her around. Let's see. I will set her on the pillow, and then we'll put the base up here. And we can put this plastic away now. So there is Tamamo assembled and on her base. Her hands don't quite touch the bottom, so when she's on her pillow, her hands levitate a little bit, but look at her. It's Tamamo. She is quite cute. A very, very cute little schoolgirl. And when I say little, I don't mean little. I mean, she's a big schoolgirl. I mean, 1/6 scale. Very, very decent sized. Let's do a size comparison now. So there is Casual Tamamo, who is a 1/7 scale figure. What's the best way to do this? If I lift her up, we'll bring them close, and then we'll look at the faces. So they're actually kind of similar sized. Set this down. Casual Tamamo's face is maybe a little bit more squarish or whitish, while Schoolgirl has a more pointy chin. But she does have bigger eyes. Obviously, she has bigger giant boobs. But the question is, as is always the question with Tamamo figures, which fluff is the best? And honestly, right now, just judging, looking at these two, Casual Tamamos has a little bit of shine to it. So I actually have to almost give it to Schoolgirl Tamamo. Detail-wise, it's definitely Casual Tamamo, but color-wise, I think Schoolgirl has her beat just slightly. Still, Casual Tamamo is my favorite figure, and she still remains that way. Tilt it back down. Do a little spin around again. So yeah, Tamamo. You all know my love of Tamamo. You all know I was going to get her. There was no doubt in your mind. It was always going to happen. Even if it is Fat Company and we had to wait forever for a certain figure to be put up for order. But I mean, look at that cute little face. I think you're kind of supposed to display her from this angle so that she's kind of looking at you out of the sides of her eyes. And you can see the cleavage, but it is in such a way that the weld line is obviously not super visible. Her tail doesn't really show very well from that angle, though. That you either need to see her from the side or from the back. And you can see little peaks of white peeking through. But yeah, we're not going to focus on that because it's Tamamo. This is Tamamo no Mai. She is in her shocking school uniform version. Shocking because, so much cleavage. She is from PHAT Extella. She is a 1/6 scale figure manufactured by Fat Company. She was released on August 27th of 2018. I ordered her on October 12th of 2017. I think she only got one delay. I think she was originally supposed to come out in June. She's not cheap, but when you consider the fact that she's a 1/6 scale figure, 13,230 yen, or $122.96, isn't unreasonable for this. And I think she looks pretty dang good. So I am happy with this purchase. Obviously, it's Tamamo. You gotta be happy with Tamamo because Tamamo is waifu. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm out. Bye-bye.